what is up? Welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing? So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys one of my horror dolls that I and my mom created during our lockdown. So I'm really excited to show you guys this doll. Always loved dolls since I was a kid, and now I know that like horror dolls can be very expensive, and of course if I could make the doll, I'm going to. I don't really see the point in spending $200, $300, $400 or more on a horror doll. I will be telling you guys everything that was used, where I bought it from, etc. Everything. So the doll that I'm going to be showing you guys is my Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees doll. So this is just what he looks like. Isn't he pretty cool?
Jason,
I love him so much.
We got a doll from the thrift store. It's like one of those dolls that do not have a face. I don't know if you remember these type of dolls. People would actually make them, and they would put them over like their garden like this, and it would look like a child that was like hiding, or like, oh hey, what's up? And then it would just be like this doll thing. Do y'all know what I mean by that? So we were able to find a doll like that, which had no face or anything, at, I think it was Value Village. We found it. We thought, oh, that's perfect. We can, for you guys, you can get a 14-inch doll, or really any size doll you want. That's up to you on how big, how small you want Jason to be. Mask itself, we actually got from the Dollar Tree. We did put Mod Podge on the mask to kind of make it look like that matte finish, and the mask is usually like shiny and white, so we wanted it to be like a matte finish. The staining, we used some coffee because we didn't have like anything else to use, so we just stained it a little bit. We'll put some chips also, so then it didn't look like it was so perfect, to make it look like it was run down. Drilled some holes in his mask. I know Jason has a bunch of holes in his mask, so we looked at Jason's mask and we just drilled the extra holes in his mask that needed to be drilled. So she just took a red paint and did his little designs on his face, and some like scratches and some nicks. We added some like brown paint to kind of make it look rustic, kind of like dirty, you know. Just gave it some detail. Depends on how much detail you want to give the mask. This is just what we did. Side of his mask, you guys can probably see that sponge there. 2 sponges, and then painted the front of his face black, just to make it look like kind of like a mask behind it. We put that in there so then the mask would kind of stick out instead of it just kind of being flat on to the doll. You know what I mean? We just kind of wanted it to pop out more, kind of make it look more 3D. For the back of his head, as you can see, it's like a pillow. We used a belt and just cut it and then put it through the holes in the mask. Right there, and then right there. So that's pretty much what we did to hold the mask on, and then we glued it on here. Of his head, you can see like it's like not finished, but we still have to brainstorm that part. Kind of like using like a big styrofoam head or something like that, maybe like cutting open in his head where those stitches are, and maybe like shoving it in there to make it look bigger or something, and then closing it up. I mean, that could work too. The belts you can get from a secondhand store, the dollar store, or maybe one of your belts. Any little belt, really. This one's actually a skinny belt, so you probably want to use like one of those like skinny, small, tiny belts so it can go through his mask well. Now Jason's clothes are all secondhand. Also, this is actually from the Salvation Army. This is from the, I think the Salvation Army or Value Village, I can't remember. His pants are from the Salvation Army also, or Value Village. These are secondhand. They're just like brown boots that we found at the secondhand store. We just made Jason's hands out of these cute little tiny gloves that we found at the dollar store. We just found both so he has hands, or Jason wouldn't have any hands, so we just kind of had to throw those on as his hands. I know it's a butcher knife. I have not found a machete yet. I have to kind of wait around Halloween for that. So we just kind of went with this. It is a real knife, but it is a doll one. We just put like some like blood on it. Kind of had to settle with that. That is pretty much it for this Jason Voorhees doll. Yeah, everything to make this doll was from the dollar store and the thrift stores like Value Village and the Salvation Army.